Hi everyone, my name is Cindy, aka Z9designs. I love to paint, and this is a new collaboration for me called A Common Canvas. So sit back, have a cup of sweetness, and watch some unique and interesting paintings that I have for you today. DIY number 1, red, white, and blue pour painting. The supplies needed include an 8 by 10 canvas and some red, white, and blue acrylic paint. That is it. I have done pour painting previously, but not with these 3 colors. This is a simple but unique, and there are never any two alike. Usually the paint is poured in the same cup, one at a time, and then you pour everything that is in the cup on canvas. Well, I decided I would do something a little bit different. I poured the red in one cup, the white in one cup, and the blue in another cup. And then I poured each one on the canvas one at a time. Now, you probably say, why did you do that? Well, I went a little skimpy on the paint because I didn't have a lot of any of the colors. So after all the paint was on the canvas, I moved the paint in all directions so that the paint would cover the entire canvas and the sides. And I had to add a little bit of the red, a little bit of the blue, and a little bit of the white to make sure that the canvas was completely covered. Once I was satisfied with the way it looked, I set it aside to dry. And you style it, and it is done. I think it is pretty cool, so you have to let me know your thoughts, because you probably will not be able to duplicate this one because, like I said, each one is different. No two are the same. Kind of like what they say about snowflakes. This collaboration is called A Common Canvas, a paint artist collaboration that is an open playlist hosted by Jeannie's Palette. Be sure to check out her channel. Also subscribe, like, save, and comment. The link to her channel is in the description box below. Now, there are other painters out there that would like to show you their skills, so be sure to check out their channels also. The link to the playlist is in the description box below. And thanks for watching. DIY number 2, red, white, and blue flowers. The supplies needed include an 8 by 8.5 floral pattern canvas. And this I picked up from Dollar Tree. It was just white with black outlines of different flowers and leaves. Hot glue, red, white, blue, green, and black acrylic paint. Antique gold rub and buff. And those are your supplies. Anytime I see a canvas in good value packs or that is discounted, I always grab a few so that I have them on hand. There is something special about painting on a canvas, and it is a good way to make art in a minute and hang it as soon as it dries. In addition, it is so soothing when you paint, and it's good for your mental status. This is the first time I tried this technique, and I have several plans for this type of art. So keep watching and subscribe. Today, I'm going to push it to the limit. I did not have to draw out any design because it was already there on the Dollar Tree canvas. I started out by painting the flowers red and blue. It didn't need to be covered 100% because you needed to be able to see the outline that was already on the Dollar Tree canvas. Next, I painted most of the leaves green, but make sure that I could see all of the tiny outlines. Now you can do your best to follow the lines, but the white flowers were painted last because they were big ones and tiny ones. Then here's where everything is going to look fantastic. I took out my glue gun and I outlined each of the flowers and leaves. Now, I may not have gotten all of them, but I got most of them. And with this type of art, you don't want to stress yourself out of being a perfectionist. In addition, I would suggest that you have a fine-tipped glue gun to outline all of the fine lines, but that really isn't necessary. I did not. I used the same glue gun that I've used on all of my DIYs, and it still turned out great. And when the hot glue was dry, this is where your artwork is going to shine. I took some antique rub and buff, and I rubbed it on all of the hot glue lines. And it looks fantastic. However, I will say that you can use a gold-tipped pen, but I didn't have one, the least that I wanted to look for anyway, so I didn't use it. And I think maybe your finger works better, and you can use, you can put a glove on, or you can just use your finger. I had a glove on, and it has to be really tight, so it wasn't working for me, so I just used my finger. And I think it turned out great. Wow. And talking about bringing something to life, it looks fantastic. And you can make your canvas as creative as possible. So let me know what you think about this one. I have an inkling that you will like this one the best. So if you have liked what you have seen, please subscribe, like, save, and comment. Crafting is very satisfying, but very challenging work. I enjoy encouraging comments. Also, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Facebook. And thanks for watching. I appreciate all of your comments. And remember, Lord, make me an instrument of peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. This is by Francis of Assisi. If you would like for me to craft something that you have not seen me do, make sure you let me know. Say, I would like to see you do more of painting or more of crafting or whatever. Take care. Bye-bye.